Hello, everyone. My name is Pianpian. I'm the founder and CEO of Amotions. Amotions is a platform to help you and your team be more effective by mastering important skills like leadership and emotional intelligence. Today, we're very happy to have Tutti here. Tutti is a former design leader at various tech companies, and she's also a full time executive coach and leadership coach now. Tutti, we're so happy to have you here. Would you like to add anything to your self introduction?
Sure thing. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much, Pianpian, for inviting me. So as you mentioned, I'm Tutti Tagerly. I spend most of my time supporting leaders in tech companies, larger tech companies, as well as co-founders, CEOs of startups. And I primarily work with a lot of women, people of color, and immigrants, and all around leadership, scaling, talking to your board, developing relationships, making relationships better, and figuring out how to blend all the parts of and values of things that make you you so that you can be a strengths-based leader. So I'm excited to talk and share a little more.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tutti, for adding the self intro. We're excited to hear your thoughts and insights. So I think there's a trend right now going on that you probably are familiar with, something called quiet quitting. And some people are kind of feeling exhausted, partly still effect from COVID or maybe from remote work or other reasons. Um, in the meantime, companies and leaders they hope that the teams can still deliver results. You talk about the importance of building relationships. So how would you suggest leaders to be able to make sure the teams are still delivering results while also building good relationship with their team members and taking care of themselves and other people?
Absolutely. And I think just the effects of things happening over the pandemic have been huge. I think there's been so many stressors that people deal with. I think even pre-pandemic, there have been studies done, I think from 2018 or 2019, which show that 62% of working women report feeling stressed every single day. But when some of these things got retested, resurveyed during the pandemic, I remember a stat that I think up to 76% of people reported more burnout because of everything happening, because of the stress, because of the overwhelm, because of the uncertainty. And what I think is really interesting is there was a whole wave of the Great Resignation, and now a lot of layoffs in tech. And then it's still what can people do, especially when they are feeling like, I mean, I don't love the term quiet quitting because there is the pejorative of being a quitter, whereas it really is you do your job, you do the boundaries of your
Yeah.
job, and you do it well rather than the extra. But regardless of that, I think that for leaders and managers, a lot of it is spending the time to be caring and get to that personal touch with the employees and team members. I think that there is a lot of pressure. There is a lot of pressure with, perhaps a looming recession and downturn. And I think typically when there is more pressure, we revert back to the things that we do well, which is run faster, do more, hit those OKRs, hit the metrics, just like squeeze the team more because you want that success and that
Mm-hmm.
performance. And I think that can be really, really counterintuitive. And so part of it is keeping the space to remember, okay, these are people, these are humans. The actual output may be the same, but if you're having a one-on-one conversation, rather than having it be 100% about like, what is it that they're not doing? What is it that they need to do more of? Asking, maybe even shifting it to 1/3 to 2/3, where you spend 1/3 of the conversation checking in on how are they? They might, in both cases, they might be feeling overwhelmed, stressed, not sure that they can do it. And the output that you ask for may remain unchanged, but it makes a difference that you're simply asking about it,
Mm-hmm.
checking in and listening. Yeah.
Right.
One of the concepts that I teach and talk about a lot, especially with emerging leaders or leaders in periods of stress and uncertainty, is that working, especially as a technical leader with technical expertise, you spend a lot of time on performance currency, where you're like, my value is shown by the lines of code that I write, the number of roadmaps that I produce, the
Mm-hmm.
metrics and OKR, that's your performance. But I think increasingly, especially in times of quiet quitting and in times of stress and ambiguity, it's switching from the performance currency to the relationship currency,
Mm-hmm.
especially as you take on bigger teams, scale more.